Sorry for the bad video, guys. The YouTube idiocy video recorder has been a little faulty, just like my iPad. So, Candyland and map now in higher quality. Now, let's start off with the Western Candyland region, starting with going west to east. So in the west we have Candy's Castle, which is the political leading of Western Candyland. Then we've got the Molasses Swamp, which is one of the main borders between Western Candyland and Snowy Candyland, also known as the Ice Cream Kingdom. Then we've got the Peanut Brittle, which is where Grandma Nut lived before she moved east. Then we've got the Cherry Falls, which is also a border. Then we've got Rainbow Sprinkles, a shared territory between Western Candyland and Eastern Candyland. Then we got Fort Hart, and the Candy Hearts, which is a shared fort again, and some instrument. Then we've got the Plum Tree and the Lollipop Woods, which separates its Western Candyland from White Candyland, also known as Frosty's Domain. Now, and then we've got Licorice Castle, which was the first face of Lord Licorice. Now, moving to East Candyland, we've got a lot more to talk about, as this is much more known as to what the territory of this one is, rather than the one where the classic takes place. Now, in Eastern Candyland, first off, we got the Peppermint Pass, which is from the old partnership with White Candyland. Then we got the Cupcake Community, which is separated from White Candyland with the Peppermint Forest and Ice Cream Slopes. Then we've got the Gummy Mountains, which extends all the way up from the Gummy Mountains in the south to the Gummy Hills and the Gummy Pass, and to the Ice Cream Peaks, which I'll explain in later. Now we've got the Lollipop Upland and Lollipop Forest, which is made out of the same species of trees that the Lollipop Woods are made out of. Then we've got Licorice Lagoon, which is Lord Licorice's base in the east. Then we've got a Ginger Nut Village, which is renamed from Gingerbread Village, because the celebrity Grandma Nut moved there after realizing that she wasn't paying rent. So she had to flee Western Candyland and move to the east. That's my headcanon. Do not take it as official lore. Now, what you can take as official lore is Czechoslovakia, which, just like the SS Neapolitan, and came from the Build Your Own Candyland. And then we've got the rest of the Chocolate Mountain, with the Chocolate Mountain Peak. You can label this Chocolate Mountain on the map. There's the Apple Orchard, which is where the 2025 Candyland And it starts before you move west, all the way to the Candy Castle. So you literally move the entire length of both East and West Candyland. What to keep in mind is about 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 42, 48, 8, 52, 56, 60, 64, 68, 72, 76, 78, 84, 88, 92, 96, 100, 104, 108, 116, 116, 124. It takes like anywhere from 124 miles to the well-acquainted in 155 miles. So let's take the middle route and just say that it's 140 miles. So, like, the 2025 Candyland is over 140 miles in length. And purely because it goes from the apple orchard to the Candy Castle. Anyway, we've also got the Candy Castle, not to be confused with the Candy Castle, which is the leadership of the East, which is also part of the Chocolate Mountain. Now, the Chocolate Mountain has 2 falls leading to Licorice Lagoon. The Chocolate Marsh, which falls directly into the lagoon, and Chocolate Falls, which goes just right outside it. Now, next up, have I covered these two? I'll cover them. Yeah, I covered those two. Alright, now it's time for the Snow Kingdom. And it's 2 seas. And its ship. So, the Ice Cream Kingdom. It starts with Ice Palace. It's in the east, which is its eastern control center, which is part of the Ice Cream Slopes region, and led by both the Duke of Sorrow and Black Queen Frostine, also known as Chocolate Frostine. Now, next up in the west, with Frostine's Palace being the administrative point with ice cream float in the Peppermint Forest, seeing good natural barriers and ice cream each in the SS Neapolitan. And for guarding the coast, the western region of the Ice Cream Kingdom is led by both Mr. Mint and White Queen Frostine, also known as Vanilla Queen Frostine. And their only major battleship is the SS Neapolitan, in which they can and will use it to literally topple West Candyland. And they just have to get through the Ice Cream River and Ice Cream Float to get to the tedious Molasses Swamp, but they can use their battleship to get to the Candy Castle. And also the SS Neapolitan is shown here way bigger than it actually is. Like, it's shown as being 16 miles long. So, like, imagine this, but about 2,000 times smaller. Yeah, that's an accurately sized SS Neapolitan. And then we've got the two C's. The ice cream tea and the Splatasy. Now, the Splatasy is home to more whales than the ice cream tea, which gives it its name. And also, these seas are part of Candyland's Arctic Ocean. Because if you haven't noticed, the cold region is on the top. Up. And the reason why it's labeled as ice cream is because it's near the North Pole. Like, imagine that as a militarily powerful Russia, if you will. And imagine this being Turkey and this being Iran. Like, Russia can and will take them over at some point, but they don't. And Russia has made a deal with Iran at one point to cripple the Ottomans, just like how the Ice Cream Kingdom did a little border readjustment with East Candyland, and so that they could help them in an invasion of West Candyland. But as times have shown, East Candyland and West Candyland are partners and will never get apart. So that is my take on the Candyland world. Taking all of the Candylands into consideration and keeping every single place that's official. That's like this board looks like a clutter mess. It's because it is. Bye.